What is the worst scandal to happen at your school? The principal slept with a student and his nudes. Sexts were leaked. We had a computer teacher / football assistant coach who was just blasted all day. Had so many dues he had to get rides to work. But was the cousin of the superintendent, so he kept his job. Let's just say that when he crashed a student's car in the parking lot because he convinced them to let him borrow, that was the beginning of the end of it. It was a small town. The scandal is that the super tried to cover it up by trying to convince the kid to take the heat from it. To no one's surprise, the kid was not convinced. They let him stay on as super for another 2 years. My department lead allowed the baseball team to lie, and she gave them all blowjobs. Happened years ago, and confirmed by veteran coworkers I knew. Recently, some of the boys that graduated years ago decided to inform the proper authority. She was transferred to another school, still works in the district. Lunch lady was having sex with students and buoying them alcohol. A kid in my senior year short story class, who sat directly behind me, was charged with the stabbing, beheading and burning of one of his friends, /drug dealer. I remember the day like it was yesterday, sitting in my short story class when my teacher came in tears because she just heard the news. Students didn't find out about it until later. I asked the murdering materials at the hardware store she worked for. Crazy man. Some highlights. 1. The chorus teacher got caught looking at Lolita porn on his school computer. 2. This kid had news of his ex that his friend sent to a bunch of people in school, but he was 18 and she was 14 or 15. So he got expelled, and I believe he was charged with distributing child pornography. We had a whole assembly because of it where the cops came and told us they could see everything on our phones. 3. A kid in my grade and another girl, same girl as in the story above, actually had sex in the bath. I learned about it from my band teacher. Some students broke into a local elderly reverend's home to rob him, thinking he was away. He sadly wasn't, and they proceeded to bludgeon him and his wife to death with baseball bats and beer bottles. They were caught pretty quickly, and although their names legally couldn't be published because they were minors, everyone, including the local media, knew who committed the crime. Media caused a circus at our school for weeks, harassing any student for comment. Many did because they thought it was cool, although these 3 kids, 13, 14, 15, were known to cause trouble. No one ever suspected they would be capable of a double homicide. In middle school, 8th grade / early 2000s, one of the hot girls sent a couple new pictures to her boyfriend, and it wasn't long until half the school had them. Police ended up becoming involved to make sure any old copies were destroyed. In high school, there was a little scandal involving the teachers and a teachers' club called the Hot Tub Club. The faculty members that had hot tubs would host a weekly hot tub party with other hot tub owners. Turns out they were all getting wasted and having a swinging party every Wednesday. Somebody's spouse found out about it, and there was a huge exodus of hot tub teachers my senior year. Edit, the main people involved with the photo were reprimanded but not charged. The girl had to sit down with a counsellor to discuss what happened, and we all had a big assembly to discuss the consequences that would happen if people shared those kind of images. It scared a lot of kids straight. Nobody was fired from the school for being in the hot tub club. Teachers left because it was convenient timing with the opening of another high school, and there was constant babble about. Just for clarity, this all happened in a small town in Western Canada. By the looks of my inbox, both are not uncommon occurrences.